Let's get down to the first hole. He'll need to keep that razor-sharp focus if he wants to carry this lead all the way to the end. This is a bomb. This player won their last event. Let's see if that momentum carries on.
Well, it's certainly in their favor, isn't it? Winning breeds winning. It wouldn't surprise me to see them win again this week.
That's a beautiful shot into the first, and now a great look at birdie. The putt goes in, and that cushion is getting wider.
Gotta love that start right there. Absolutely taking it to the field.
And now to the par 3 second. This is a 5-iron. On the green, but a ways to go. Henny, how tricky is this one?
This one looks like it breaks hard left to right.
Pretty good from that distance, just a little meat left on the bone. This putt from 5 feet. Taking a look at the leaderboard, he's got the lead. Time for the tee shot on this par 4 hole.
Straight at it.
A birdie would look really nice on the scorecard. That is an early message sent as the putt goes down.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. Aggressive play on the par 5, and it pays off.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, this one looks like about 26 feet.
A good chance to 2-putt now. This putt for a birdie. Quick glance at the leaderboard, and he is up by 6.
Let's see what happens here at the 5th.
In good form, birdie at the last, looking to add on to that.
That's in the sand. There's some work to be done here. Onto the green, but a long way from the hole. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Let's come off the blade beautifully.
All right, getting better.
And he's made it. What a putt. And he's holding steady in first place after that one. The sixth hole is a par 5.
Already in control of this tournament, looking to extend that lead on this short hole. Pretty good shot there.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting this one up from around 215 yards.
Going with the hybrid. Well, this one's right at the pin. This is a lengthy putt here. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt goes downhill and breaks to the right.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
He's got this one for birdie.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
Luke, I don't know if you know this or not, but nothing rolls like a ball.
Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage.
We've made our way to the par 3 7th hole. That's another green and reg.
It has been fantastic to watch.
He's got this left for birdie. He makes the putt and extends his lead. All right, we're moving along to the action at the 8th. That's a really nice shot. Okay, Henny, what do you see down there?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
I think this one's coming in nicely. An amazing shot here into the 8th green, and now a birdie putt coming up.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Okay, on to the next. As we move on to the next hole, his lead is 9 shots. We're at the 9th. It's a par 4.
Coming off a birdie at the last, looking to add another one.
Look at that drive. He got all of it. That's a really nice approach shot. 7 feet from here. The putt goes in, and the lead continues to grow. A par 4 here.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
Let's see where this one finishes. It's going to be close. Looking to get up and down from here. And now a critical putt on the line with a chance to save par.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
No change atop the leaderboard after that hole.
Hole number 11 is a par 4. Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Lovely effort, that. Playing from around 240 yards. It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here. He's standing over his third shot. That's a touch of class. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Penny, how bad is this lie?
Just trickled off the fairway, but still in good shape. Nice out the rough here.
Good shot there, Beamer. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. and that'll ensure he remains in first place. Par 3, hole number 14.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. That's into the second cut of rough. That's the long grass. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one. Just a short putt. Closes the workout on that hole.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Yeah, that was a decent escape.
Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down. This putt for par. As we move on to the next hole, his lead is 10 shots. We're on the tee at 16.
Already in first place, trying to make that margin larger.
That was really well played. All right, Henny, what does this look like?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. Needs this putt to save par. That putt goes in. Time to make a move. Things are still looking good for our featured player in first place on the leaderboard. We've reached the 17th. It's a par 3.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
5-iron on the way. He's got this putt for birdie. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
You know, to my eye, it's looking a little left to right.
Opportunity here and a good-looking putt. Here's the tap in for par. And after that hole, still in front on the leaderboard. He's made his way to 18 with the lead. Time to get it done. Looking at my yardage book, it looks like about 140 yards remain.
This one's left of the green.
A putt to win the Arnold Palmer Invitational and slip on the red cardigan. John, you're down there. What can you tell us about this putt?
Well, he's got about 28 feet to the cup from here.
Okay, good start at the junction. It's going to indicate right.
No more messing around. The putt goes in, and our featured player has won the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Winning in the King's backyard on the King's home turf. Ooh, special moment.
Rich, just an incredible performance, back-to-back wins on tour.
Such a hard thing to do, carrying momentum from one week into the next, but getting it done at the day's end. Truly, truly magnificent.
Well, that will do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalon. Thanks for watching. It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. From the pristine grounds of TPC Sawgrass, our opening round coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan, alongside 2002 PGA champion Rich Beem. Luke Elvey with us as well, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. Rich, it's a monster week on tour. It's the Players' Championship. What challenges does TPC Sawgrass present?
I think more than anything else, it's the most effective and efficient way to attack this Pete Dye design, Andrew. There's nothing straightforward about it. The tee boxes point you one direction, the fairway landing area is in a different direction, and the greens sit in a different direction. There are no straight lines on this golf course. You have to think outside the box to get it around the best at TPC Sawgrass, which is not something that the best in the world tend to do very well. They like things very linear. This is not linear.
What an aggressive play. That's a really nice shot. On the green, pin high, in a good position. Big opportunity here. A putt for birdie. And now within 3 shots of the projected cut.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Here's a look at the par 5 second.
Drive it out to the right-hand side to give yourself a good look at reaching this green in 2.
This is big trouble. Not a bad result right there. Well, this is one that if it goes in, you'd see it on all the highlights. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
This is testing. A big right to left slope.
This putt on the way, looking good. That's a pretty good putt from there.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Oh, that's outstanding. Holds it from the bunker.
We're back. Time to have more live play. The par putt. Time now for a par 3.
Par 3, just 177 yards from the back, but this green is always firm. Be wary of that.
This is a 7-iron on the way. Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there. Okay, some distance here. I like the looks of this. Yes, it goes. On the tee on the 4th hole.
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
Now over to Lydia Ko.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
This is the 3rd. Oh, almost had it. This putt from 8 feet away.
This for par.
As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1.
All right, Rich, the par 4 5th. Strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
Well, Rich, when she exploded onto the scene as a precocious young teenager, winning early, dominating the women's game, New Zealand had a bright young star in Lydia Ko, and it's only continued to shine right throughout her career. She's a lot to marvel at, isn't she?
She is, and it never ceases to amaze me, Luke, how players at such a young age have so much success, and then they taper off a little bit. Not fall away, but they taper off, and the game doesn't quite go the way it's always gone their entire life. They struggle. But then when they do come back, it's like they're even better than what they were before. And I think that's what you see in Lydia. You know, she came out and a wunderkind, was winning everything at a young age, amateur, then professional. And
yeah,
then
she exploded onto the scene.
She exploded, and then there was just a little bit of a drop-off, you know, and a little bit of confidence got shaken, which, like, how did that happen? She's the most confident person out there. She's beating everybody. And then all of a sudden she fails and, you know, kind of changes things up a little bit, you know, knocks the dirt off and gets right back on that horse and starts winning again. I'm always fascinated by that, because when you lose your confidence as a golfer, it's so hard to get it back, because sometimes what happened to you is the death of you. You're just like, I can't shake, you know, whatever got into my brain or into my swing. I can't quite shake that, and I can't forget about it. And she's done so seamlessly.
And that shot goes in. That'll be a birdie. Oh, here she goes, marching up the leaderboard.
And just clean that one up for birdie. After that hole, our featured player is making a move. We have a par 3 on this one.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
Going with 5 wood. Trying to get to 6 under with this putt.
This is all that's left to pull ahead of Lydia Ko.
Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
I'm down here, I've done the read, and this is a left-to-righter.
Wow. Let's see if the player can manage a par. We finish up the opening 9 with a par 5. Wow, he's going to like that one.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
I like that one. This could be a big momentum putt. It's for birdie. John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Looks like about 21 feet for him left to go.
This putt starts on a good line. A par putt, tap in. Now to the par 4 10th. This looks like a really strong tee shot. And now this from about 150 yards away. Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. This putt is from 19 feet away.
He needs this to drop to tie with Lydia Ko.
Henny, how tricky is this one?
An uphill left to righter.
This putt starts off nicely. And just a tap in left for par.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
All right, safely out of the bunker, and now a chance to make a putt. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
A great birdie chance here.
Ooh. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Looks like it's heading to the first cut, maybe? Hang on.
A par putt on the table. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Well, it's looking like this one's going to break pretty hard to the right.
Well, this one's come out on a good line. Yes, sir. And after that, he sits at 5 under par. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in one. But watch out if you hit in the wrong spot on the green. It'll be difficult to 2-putt from there.
Looks like a lovely little draw there. And back to the course with the live action. This putt is about 8 feet. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And now he'll move to 6 under for the tournament. Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back nine, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
Looking for another birdie here.
And he's down there. You got to read.
This putt back up the hill, moving to the right.
Go on, get in the hole. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole.
We've hit the par 4, 15th hole.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course. Par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
This one will have to travel pretty far to get to the bottom of the cup. This one on a good line. Oh, so close. And a tap in par. Now to the 16th hole, a par 5.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
Opportunity here to get to 8 under par. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
This one's like a going left to right, it looks like.
It starts off on a good line.
What a great feeling to put an eagle on the scorecard. He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. We have a par 3 here.
Par 3, 17th, 137 yards, island green. I've actually seen a caddy throw it onto this green, but with a golf club in your hand, can you hit the green?
This putt to move inside the top 20. And with that, he moves to 9 under par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
We've hit the 18th hole. It's a par 4.
It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
John, you're down there. What can you tell us about this putt?
Well, guys, 39 feet to go.
Well done from back there. This putt from 7 feet away. And a nice way to finish with a par on the closing hole. It'll be an early tee time tomorrow for our featured player, but hey, any tee time is better than no tee time.
They'll take it. They fought hard to make this cut, and they certainly did. Let's see what they can produce.
It's been a great day. We thank you for joining us. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you soon. Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Welcome back to our coverage of the Players' Championship. The final round starts right now. Andrew Catalan back with you. Thanks for joining us today. 17 under par is the current score to beat as we get underway here on 2K Sports. Let's get down to the first hole. Second shot here at 1.
A stunning approach shot that everyone down here enjoyed, apart from Lydia Ko.
Let's take a look at the par 5 second.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
That is going to work. You think about the confidence this player has after winning in their last event.
Winning breeds confidence, doesn't it? It wouldn't surprise me to see them make another strong one at the title again this week.
Well, this would be really nice to get a birdie opportunity. And just to finish off the par. The tee shot at 3.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
4 feet remains. As we move on to the next hole, we take a quick peek at the leaderboard. Wyndham Clark is out in front. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 fourth.
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
A birdie putt coming up. This could be a big one. While we have a moment, let's take a quick look at the leaderboard. Wyndham Clark on top by 2.
A long par 4 this hole.
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Sitting at -13 for the tournament. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. Lining up here after a bunch of birdies, Rich.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
Outstanding shot. High quality. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1.
Over to the par 4 7th hole.
Difficult par 4, 451 yards. Water and sand all the way down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right. Find the green with your second and sprint to the next hole, making 4.
Looks like about 120 yards left. Okay, that's going to play. 12 feet to the cup. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
Okay, my money is on a right-to-lefter.
Wow, cannot believe that did not drop in for birdie. Okay, finishing up here. We've got a major champion sitting atop the leaderboard. It's Wyndham Clark. Well, let's see what happens here at number 8.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
Wow, I thought that was in. He needs this one to save par. So close. The putt goes in, and that is the first blemish on the scorecard all week long. Now to the par 5 9th hole. That's going to work nicely for him.
You know, Andrew, I think he's going to go for this one.
Five wood is the choice. This is his 3rd. A lot to like about that one. 6 feet remain.
Who doesn't love a birdie putt?
That goes in for birdie, and that's exactly what our featured player needed coming off bogey on the last hole. Now to the 10th hole, it's a par 4. Oh, I can hear the golf claps around the course. Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin.
This is on a fantastic line. An opportunity to make birdie. Here's a look at the way things stand with Wyndham Clark leading the pack.
Here we have a par 5.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Okay, so this one, it should move left and then come back to the right-hand side.
That's a good-looking putt, that. Gee, it's got some good speed about it. Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here. He's in a share of 15th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Second shot here on the 12th. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
With this putt, he'll tie up with Lydia.
Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
I'd say about 26 feet or so to the cup from here.
It's pretty handy here. Wow, what a putt. Trailing by a few shots after that hole.
Tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
A little bit overzealous there. And down it goes. And as we check in with the leaderboard, it's Wyndham Clark at the top. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
He's got this to move into the top 5 here. He's currently in a tie for 3rd here.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. And Rich, this player has been making moves on the leaderboard.
Yeah, grinding it out there, slowly but surely moving up that leaderboard.
That's another green in regulation.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
How about this birdie putt? Another circle on the scorecard. You gotta love it.
Oh, it's time to dig in and give it your all coming down the final few.
He is in second place on the leaderboard with Wyndham Clark leading the way.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
That's a really nice shot. Here's the second at 16. Talk about a clutch shot, down by 1, and now an opportunity for eagle.
Sets up an eagle opportunity, which is a must right now since he's trailing by 1.
Sinking this would be huge on the comeback trail. An eagle putt on the way.
I really hope this one drops for him.
There could be company at the top if this putt drops.
Must make good opportunity with 2 to play.
There's a two-way tie atop the leaderboard between Wyndham Clark and our featured player.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard. This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Now this putt for birdie. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead. He's teeing off on 18, tied for the lead.
Comes down to this final hole. Would not shock me whatsoever to see this go into a playoff.
That was really well played. Here's the second at 18.
This one is going straight at it.
What a shot right there. And as he sinks that putt, he will finish with the clubhouse lead and wait for the rest of the field to finish up. And Rich, a valiant effort, but the comeback comes up short.
It was impressive. From the very opening tee shot, this player was focusing on making birdies early and often. Unfortunately, not able to make enough today to get the victory. Still a lot of fun to watch.
Well, that'll do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalon. Have a great night.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Opening round coverage of this exciting event is about to begin. Hello everyone, thrilled to have your company this week. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action out on the course. And Rich, it's all set up to be a thrilling day. Our featured player has a rivalry brewing with another player, but we'll get into that shortly here. Just take us through this opening hole first.
Copperhead, does that sound like a friendly kind of snake to you? Something that you want to go up and pet and kind of hang out with and pal around and show your friend? Yeah, no, neither would I. Yeah, that's what you get when you go to the Copperhead golf course. I mean, it swirls back and forth, it winds in and out, and it's probably, I think, one of the hardest driving golf courses we have on the PGA Tour. The guys who drive it straight, they love it. You know, obviously iron game and all that's important, but I think it comes down to if you drive it well, you're going to have more opportunities to find these smallish type greens. But again, there's nothing really super friendly or fun about a golf course named after a lethal snake that lives in the water. Yeah, no thanks.
Let's get down to the first hole. And as we teased in the introduction, there does appear to be some sort of a rivalry that's taken shape here. Henny, what's the insight from your perspective?
Luke, these two players, well, things have gotten quite heated in this rivalry. I think no matter what happens on a golfing level today, there won't be any sort of friendship lost here. It's almost going to be a game within a game.
Thanks, Henny. That should definitely add an extra layer of excitement to our broadcast this week. That's a big drive. Okay, let's see if this one sets the tone for the round today. And Henny, how is his lie looking?
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's not going to cause any trouble. It's sitting good.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. This one is from at least 30 feet out. Henny's down there. You got a read?
This is a big old left-to-righter.
The start of this one out on a pretty good line. That's a nice looking putt. Judged it well. Got a short one coming up. Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
That's heading for the fairway. He's setting up for his second shot. Yeah, nicely played. This putt is from 14 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
What a putt that was.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Currently a couple under for the round.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
He hit that pretty loose. Yep, that's a water ball. Well, this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Yep, that shot safely on the green. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
A tricky little slider here, downhill, moving to the left.
Good speed. That's one of those putts that you're proud of, even if it doesn't drop. Yeah, not much to sweat there. And after that, he'll drop to 1 under par.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet.
It's got a chance. Now 7 shots behind after that. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 5th is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
This one might be in a little danger. It needs to hold on to the fairway.
Sitting at 2 under. Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Looking good. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The tee shot also critical here at the par 4 6th at 455 yards.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke. This fairway cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip, and unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high soft shot, you're not going to find the fairway. This is almost impossible. The second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
And he's down there. You got a read?
It's just the slightest bit of break, and it's moving right to left.
Currently at -4 for the round. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
The rival is ahead of him. He needs to get something together here.
Well, this will be a bonus, right on 17 feet from here. So close to a birdie, but that'll be a par. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And now 4 under for the tournament. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Let's return to live play now. This putt coming up is for birdie. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And he now moves to 5 under for the tournament. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
There's a lot of players out on tour that it's impossible to cheer against, but Tony Finau has to stand at the highest, doesn't he? He's a family man, he's a fun guy, he loves to dance, he's got a groove, he's got a swagger about him, and here he is once again delighting the fans.
Who says nice guys don't finish first has never met Tony Finau. Probably the most well-liked man on the PGA Tour. If you don't like Tony Finau, then I don't like you. Right? I mean, he's just this great character. I mean, and you see the smiles, but you know underneath, ooh, he wants to rip your heart out. He's got more passion for the game, I think, than anybody out there. And you can see it. You can see the intensity when he's hitting the shot. But as soon as it's over with, it's just all smiles once again. I can't say enough great things about this man. I love him to tears. And I'm always rooting for him. He's a guy that I want to root for. I want to see him win more and more and more.
Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. And a chance to move to 6 under the card with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
Yeah, that was slightly misjudged. That's a solid par. Trailing by 4 strokes. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. And you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Nicely done.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Oh, just snuck over the edge there. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Stonking drive there.
Six feet remaining to the cup. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. Currently at 6 under par overall.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, I've never seen a green in golf repel more golf balls than the 13th here at Innisbrook. It's like it's made out of Gore-Tex. Golf balls just don't stay on it. It is really one of the hardest shots at this Innisbrook golf course.
Great touch. Really nicely played.
Such soft hands.
4 feet to the cup.
This putt, it's to save the par.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich, 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
We drew that one up perfectly, didn't he? Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Well, that's up near the green there, Rich, in just a couple of shots. That's fantastic stuff.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Sitting at 6 under for the day. Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. And that's 8 birdies today. And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke and stroke advantage. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. And he's down there. You got to read.
The only movement in this putt is by the hole, and it's to the right.
Oh, wow. That's back-to-back birdies. Back-to-back birdies never hurt, Rich.
Gotta like it. He's feeling it.
He's currently tied for 5th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. From around 170 yards here. Only 2 shots off the pace. And he's safely on the green with that shot. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Will it? Will it?
And this putt to move into a tie for 2nd. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot. Plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
And missing it long with that approach. Not a good leave.
Putting for par. There it is. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. We've made our way to the final tee here of Innisbrook's Copperhead course, and Rich, no real reprieve.
Not at all. Tee shots have to favor the right-hand side, staying short of those bunkers down the right. The bunkers on the left will see a lot of action, and good luck getting it on the green from there. This green is probably one of the nastiest on the golf course, as it's got a severe tilt from back to front and left to right as well. This is truly one of the best par 4 finishing holes on the PGA Tour.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
So close. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And with that, he'll sign off on his round. Well, that day is in the books, Rich, and this player seems to be going along quite nicely, don't you think?
Luke, not a bad start. Gotta say, very impressed.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich B, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. OK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, are thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. And we've got final round coverage coming your way right now. Luke Elvey here, delighted to have your company as we get into the action. Our featured player currently sitting at 9 under par as we get underway. We head down to the first tee now. Oh, that is crushed.
Don't you dare stop it. Slow, slow.
Standing over his second shot. Going with the hybrid.
Looking great so far out the rough.
Setting up here with a very long putt. And he's down there. You got to read.
Ooh, little downhill left to righter here.
Oh, this has got a nice looking roll on it. Great speed. Oh, my. Now at 11 under for the event. Teeing off on the par 4 second now.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, looks like this one's about 21 feet to the hole.
Oh, nice stroke.
Looking good.
Yes, the putt drops. Beautiful. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more. And that one's headed to the drink. Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be. Ooh, just skinned the hole, that one. Wow, what a save.
That was spectacular, Luke. Great work. Great shot.
He's currently tied for 12. And now onto the par 3 fourth hole.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of fourth. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one is breaking left to right.
It's on a good line. A well hold. He'll take the birdie.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. Yeah, that one will play. Second shot here on the 5th. This would be a great up and down. Oh, wonderfully played chip shot. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Appears to have overcooked this one. Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke. This fairway cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip, and unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high soft shot, you're not going to find the fairway. This is almost impossible. The second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
Here we are at the par 4, 7th hole.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
Well, Rich, I'm being honest. This lie is putrid. That is a high-quality shot. Got a lot of that one. This putt is for a share of second. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
He finds himself with a share of second place.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And this putt to move to 15 under par. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Okay, this one's going up the hill and moving to the left.
This one's come off the blade pretty nicely. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Hole number 9 is a par 4. Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. That could play. Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Oh, good look at a birdie here. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And as we turn for home, Rich, always a good chance to reflect on the halfway stage of this round.
Luke, top 10 on the leaderboard and moving up. It'll be interesting to see how this player performs over the next 9 holes.
Well played, mate. His second shot here. Just one shot back now. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. This for a share of the lead. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
And that'll see him move up the leaderboard after that effort. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Left nothing in the tank on that one. That was pummeled. That makes its way to the first cut.
He is taking this on.
Oh, that just brushed past the hole. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Well, that's a handy shot. Time for the second shot at the 12th. And he's safely on the green. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
This is a 12-footer here.
John, have you got a read on this one?
Oh, this one's looking like it's going to be pretty hard breaking to the left.
Oh, so close, but an easy par. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And it's a one-stroke par four for our leader over the field. Hole number 13, a par 3.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
This would be a great up and down. That's a wonderfully played chip shot there. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. On the tee now, the par 5, 14th.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Ooh, staying aggressive. Going for the green. Eight feet to the cup.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And after that, now sitting at 18 under par for the event. Welcome to the 15th. It's a par 3. Going with the 6-iron here.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
And he's down there. You got a read?
It's just going to cruise up to the left-hand side.
The putt goes down, and it's now 19 under, heading down the stretch.
Yeah, with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. Stepping up to the 16th tee now.
There's some trees over on the right-hand side that you want to take it just left of to find the center of the fairway. From there, you're going to go in with a mid-iron to a really small green. A high, soft shot is required to hold this green.
We need this one to bounce right. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. An opportunity for a birdie here. And he holds another one. And he's building quite a sizable lead here. This 17th hole is a par 3.
The final challenging par 3 on this golf course. Good news is, though, is the green funnels in from both the right and left edges. Most shots are going to end up right in the center of this green.
Going with the 5-iron here. And that is a goal shot in line with the hole.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
This one's for birdie. Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. Okay, and after that hole, now 21 under for the event. And as we stand on the last tee, it's a par 4. This player's got some lovely momentum coming off a birdie at the last. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. Wow. There's a lot of power in that one. Bombed. Oh, that is brilliant. Look at this one.
Pretty sure I can see Tony Finau taking mental notes after that stellar approach shot. This rivalry's heating up.
And there's your Valspar Championship champion, Rich. What a week.
Absolutely. Great playing all week long. Must say it was a hard-fought but well-earned victory.
But Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.
Yes, Luke, we doubted them, but they got the job done and they took down their hero. The rivalry is theirs and theirs alone. And they can boast about this on social media for, well, weeks now.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.